Hey, what's up everybody, here's Matsuk once again. Today we're going to be rooting Ultratech from TryHackMe. This is a medium level box, super interesting. It happens to be kind of like a real penetration testing sample. I like to, look for the word pentest here and you will see these three. These are kind of real world based. And let us begin. So I've deployed already my machine and it's enumeration time, right? Task 2. So I've already ran my nmap scan here. So we have port 21 for FTP, VS FTPD 3.0.3, OpenSSH 7.6 P1 for 22. Now we have apparently two like web servers, kind of like 8081. It's a Node.js Express framework, and the 31,331 is another port open hosting Apache HTTPD 2.4.29, right? So we can go there, we can start looking around. We'll see that there's likely an API on their 8081 and a Node.js API. Obviously we can start like pausing on it. And 31331. And this is a website, interesting, super pretty. We can contact, and if you see right here in this corner, you'll see that they will send an email to Ultratech at yopmail.com, right? We have an about us and what we're doing. That takes us to another HTML file, and well, it's in progress still. So yes, let us keep looking at this. Did you contact us yet? What are you waiting for? Do it right now. It's funny. And well, it's actually opening a directory which does not exist. Real life meta information, Katrina Lim, don't know what, whatever. Okay, so Control U just to check the source code of the file. But in the meantime, we can start. This is not related actually, but it will work for us. So FFUF, my preferred tool for fuzzing. Taxi to make the output colored. Tag U for the URL, HTTP. I've defined already my T variable as in target with the IP. So I just need to specify the port, so 8081 for example, fuzz, and I'm going to be using the world list from their buster, world list, and directory list 2.3 medium. Then I'm going to be using 200 threads, right? So look at that. Now I have a auth endpoint for the API. Auth. So you must specify a login and a password. I mean, there's likely a probably a login page, like login.php or something like that, HTML maybe. Nope. So there's likely a login page there using this endpoint, and another one using ping. I mean, ping sounds like like the ping command in both Windows and Linux, so you might have a chance to get remote command execution or something like that, right? So this is the API. I'm gonna be stopping it right now, and I'm gonna be fuzzing now the 31,331 port, doing the same. See what we got. And we do have a robots.txt, JavaScript. Let's check that, like over here, robots.txt. If you guys ask, the reason I prefer FFUF over any other is because this has something like an interactive mode, so I can hit enter and like stop it totally in case I need to process a request. And look at that, we have an interesting file here, so we can just replace this one, go there, see what we got there. That's the sitemap. Let's see if that loads up. And I can like update a lot of things here: status code filter, line count, word count, size filter, time. I can, well, in case I perform a recursive, look at that, in case I perform a recursive like pausing attack, I can like skip a queue and save JSON. Well, a lot of things, right? So I'm gonna hit Ctrl+C, and I'm gonna be pausing for HTML because I see, thanks to this, that probably all the files have the HTML mention, right? So while I do that, I already saw index. What we need partners now. So let us go there. Partners. Let us send this one in the meantime. And okay, so we have a login. Just as we thought. We have a forgot your password. Nope, look at this. The link is the same, so it's not functioning. But I like to see if I hit inspect and then go to my network tab to see the requests going on. I'm going to try this and this just to see a request. Well, look at this. First thing, here there's the API call being executed. Now we have the request. Okay, it's not loading. Invalid credentials. All right. Let us go back. But I saw this as well. Look at this, ping and an IP, right? So I don't know. Let me hit Ctrl+U just in case we have some code. Code leaked in here. We have a JS API.js. I like to check that. And look at this. Let's read this a bit. So debugging function get API URL, return Windows location hostname at 8081. So apparently, this is the API URL, right? Like probably 127.0.0.1.8081. That's API, sorry. So check API status, and it's trying with this URL, HTTP, like this one from here, ping IP Windows location hostname, and it's actually hitting 10.10.60.205, which is it's our target IP, right? It's like pinging itself just to see if it receives it, and if that's true, then it seems to be running, right? Otherwise, console error, it's not, basically. So, interesting thing here is that it's request open, but isn't get request. So, maybe I don't need any like credentials or be authenticated to perform it. But I don't know. Let me try that. So, I don't know how this works. I don't know if this is like PHP, like I don't think so, like no, must be like ping, probably, I don't know, ping IP, something like that, I don't know. Well, apparently yes. Let me stop this. We actually found these 3 files, so cool on that side. Now, I don't understand, like probably we just need to curl sx post for the method, then HTTP. Let me go with this, like G and HTTP T8081 and then ping data URL encode and ping, no, I mean IP equals target. Let me try that. Cannot post. I mean get. Well, look at that. I mean, apparently we're indeed sending a ping. Now, what about if we try something like this? Not known. Maybe we can do it like this. I mean, without ID. But let me use single quotes. It's like, I don't know, maybe like that. I'm just trying to escape out of the command line interface to execute commands. Well, look at that. I mean, that was definitely interesting. Like, if I hit this and I got a groups 1002 www, probably just www tag data, which is the most likely user to be running. I mean, to have Apache running the user as, right? So what about if I try this? Okay, so I do have like kind of a remote command execution. Well, the very I mean, the easiest way to know if we indeed have it is just to TCP dump I for, I don't remember what that is for. And TCP dump I would be interface. Okay, so TCP dump interface done 0, and I'm gonna be listening for ICMP traces. Well, let me use as well again to disable DNS resolution. Now I have to execute it with sudo. Let me see. Tone 0. Like I and I. Yes, there you go. It was a matter of order. So what about if we try to send a thing to ourselves like this? I'm taking the IP from here. Oh, there you go. So we do have indeed like command remote command execution. We're sending ourselves ICMP traces, ping traces. Now I don't know if, let me see if I stop this, will it stop in the system, or maybe I just hacked. Oh, I didn't think of using like the tag end to limit it, but there you go. Okay, so at this point, which curl, let me use that. Which curl? There is curl wget w something that doesn't exist. There you go. We get a ping like help menu, which is interesting. So at this point, I like to try to do something like this. So I'm gonna be to exploits. I'm gonna be creating an index.html file. I'm gonna be treating it as a bash script file, right? So bin bash c bash, and here's the very basic reverse shell we always use. 10.6.18.212 port 444. Let me ncmvlp 4444 and redirections. There you go. I can aim HTTP server, and I can now call like curl 10.6.18.202 48,000. That will be effectively calling the index HTML by default. That's the very first file it looks for, and piping it to bash. What about that? Could not resolve host. Okay. So curl. I mean, it got it right, but I cannot pipe it to bash. I don't know. I'm just trying. What about something like this? I'm not really sure if this even works. I'm just like testing things. Alright guys, sorry for that. For pausing the video, I had some trouble here at home. So well, basically I like to try to execute the Bane bash like directly. So let us go with that. Well, apparently inappropriate. I mean, it exits out. It's like maybe there's some kind of script like blocking us. And well, the user is www. And yes, it exits out. So I don't know, just let me do some reconnaissance in this mode. I could obviously create a script. And well, look at that. I mean it looks kind of ugly. So let me try if I can actually like ping IP IP ls la. Nope, looks the same. What about this, like on the root? Nope. Home? Yeah, I don't know. Like it's super ugly. But anyways, we do have one file here, utech.db.sqlite. I like to try to check that out. Obviously, this is a binary we can read with SQLite 3. But I don't know, maybe we can grab some data. And look at that. It's like, I mean, it's like we have root, right, and this, and then admin, and this. They look like hashes. So let me save them. Nano hashes, right? So first one in here, root. Actually, before going with crack station, going with hashcat or John the Reaper, let me try that without sorry, with crack station, because maybe the hash is weak enough to just crack it in a second. So the other one would be this, and just like that. Let me crack hashes. Gosh, mountain hills is what? Crack hashes. Oh well, look at that. We were able to do that. So instead of doing that, let me use nano creds and root admin. The root one is and well, this one, and the admin it's Mr. Shippy. And well, what can we do with that? So I like to try to SSH myself in, like SSH root auth, like this. Yes, and I'm gonna be inserting this one just to see if it works. Well, okay, look at that. So now on root, and but obviously not root, but R00T, right? And I'm in Docker. That's bad. That's bad. Okay, so I'm in Docker. I mean, well, not really necessarily. Let me enumerate how many users are here. Grep sage. I don't know, like, oh right, sorry. Here. So we have root lp1 root and www. Okay, so that admin account actually does not exist. And let me check that directory. Home root, we don't have anything interested in there. Well, I mean, I like to try, for example, Actrix Docker. Well, interesting groups. There's an entry in Actrix, and I want to see if we can, if we do have information for the Docker group. Actually, let me try sudo tag l as always. This one I cannot run as commands as root. Let me try Docker. I mean, it's here, right? Docker. Well, Docker image. Let me see if we do have that. Like which Docker? There you go. So Docker image. Not really sure that'll work. Docker image. I mean, I'm not the wisest guy myself. Yes, it's not Docker image. Like how to see Docker images. Docker images like that. I think there's another command like Docker PS or something like that. I don't remember. I'm not the wisest guy with this. Images. Was it like here from? Yeah, it's like with an S. There you go. So there's indeed an image. It was with S. And apparently we can get a shell inside a Docker container with access as root to the file system. So let me try that. So docker run it, and instead of image name, well, that would be, I think, bash. I mean, bash from here, right? Like, let me try that. I'm not sure. Well, I'm root now. But not in Ultratech, right? ls root. Cat root private. I mean, I don't know if this is the right one. So let me go ahead to back to this TryHackMe and let's fill the flags, right? So Node.js, the other one is Apache. Well, 331, I think it is. Apache. I think I read Ubuntu with service. How many of its routes are used by the web application too, which are API and auth. Let the file begin. There's a database laying around with its file name. utip.db.sqli, that was the name. What's the first user password and hash? I think this one. There you go. What is the password associated? Here, this one, right? And the root of all evil, task 4. It says, what are the first 9 characters of the root user's private SSH keys? Okay. Okay, cool. So lsla root.ssh, and I can root.ssh idrsa head n1. Well, 2. There you go. And how many? 9 characters. Oh, 4, 5, 8, 10. Well, actually 9, right? So there you go. And we do have rooted I mean, we have rooted the machine, right? So I think that was a pretty interesting one. I hope you guys liked it. Super nice box. I mean, I really liked it the first time I did it. It was some months ago. But cool. So that's a wrap. That's everything for today. Hope you guys liked it once again. And see you all the next time. Bye bye.